Good morning. Thanks for joining us here at the Grimsman channel again. I'll be your host, Jonathan, and today we will be using a new razor, the Henson aluminum aggressive version. This is I think they've had a couple testers out there, but they did a limited release of these for some people that, and myself included, that signed up on an interest list saying they were really interested in the aggressive version if it was offered in aluminum. And so they did a limited release. I don't know if it'll continue to go after this, but I just got this yesterday. You can see the plus. You can kind of see it. It's a little hard to see on the machining on there for the Henson Aggressive. They only offered it in the machined aluminum color, which is fine. I like this. I have the Henson Medium that I use quite often, and I really enjoy it. They are very similar in design. If you look really closely, where the very edge of the top cap meets the base plate, where they kind of kiss, on the aggressive version, it's pulled back just a little bit. You can just barely see that with your naked eye. Like the tolerances are very precise. I know with the aggressive, they increase the blade gap and the blade exposure, but like minimally. I think it went from like a 0.09 or 0.08 blade exposure to a 0.1, so just a smidge in the blade gap. I think it went from a 0.88 on the medium to a 0.90 on the blade gap. Don't quote me on those numbers, I might be off, but they're my point is that the gaps are very, very small. I'm using Ariana and Evans, the Club, which is a great Oriental kind of woody scent. I don't really know how to describe it. It says Oriental Woody on the website. It's a fantastic blend. It's one of my favorite scents. I don't use it enough. I should. I always forget about it, and then I decide to try it again. I remember why I love that scent so much. I'm going to use an Astra SP. Just going to go ahead and load one up real quick. Now, I know a lot of people's complaints, I don't know what's complaints, people's issues with the Henson are that it's so light with the aluminum. They prefer a stainless steel. And I get that. The titanium's a little bit heavier. It's also significantly more expensive. But if you want a little bit more weight, I would just add, what I do is I just add a stainless steel handle. So I take one off my other razors, my Timeless, and I'm gonna do it today just to show you guys. Oh, I do wanna say one other thing. The handles, they're the same length and dimensions, but the knurling on the new one is more aggressive, is the right word. The knurling is deeper, and the little points stand out more, so you feel a bit more grippy than the old one. I don't think there's any grip issue with the old one, but I did notice that you kind of see it with the Henson logo on the top, where it stands out a little bit more, like those lines are just grouped in there a little bit more, and they stand out, and they feel a little bit more out there. But anyways, I just get a matching stainless steel handle. I'm gonna use this one from the Timeless. It's the barber pole handle from Timeless. And with that weight in the hand, I can't even really feel like the difference in the weight with the aluminum head. Like it feels really good in the hand. So that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna wet the face real quick. The threading is standard on the Henson with most of the DE, so you could use almost any handle that you have in your den already that you like, or you could go out and buy one specifically for it if you wanted to. I already got this all whipped up. This is my Mozingo Brushworks. It's a black ebonite brush. I believe the soap is the Kaizen base. I bought it from the Buy Sell Trade page. I think it's a club exclusive. I didn't know Ariana and Evans also runs the shaving club, and they have exclusive scents just to the shaving club. Or maybe they do, when they first release them, they're exclusive to the club for a period and then they release them to the public. I'm not sure exactly how that works. I thought about purchasing a membership, but haven't pulled the trigger on that. All right. Henson aggressive on a timeless handle with a brand new Astra SP. Now, if you're looking to feel a big difference, if you've ever used the Henson, the model medium, if you look at I encourage you to go look at their website and look at the stats, like the blade gaps and stuff. The changes between the offerings are very, very small. Their machining is incredibly precise. So it's not going to be a huge difference. So far, I don't feel a huge difference. I do feel like maybe a little bit more blade feel, but the blade feel is not a lot. It is a little bit more blade feel, but not a lot. I would not call this a blade forward razor. It's very probably neutral or just barely in the positive. I think it's just barely in the positive. I don't remember. I can't remember all those stats. But it's not. It's just so smooth though. And it's not a blade forward razor. You can feel it. You can hear it. I can hear it at least. I did watch a review, or a few reviews of the aggressive titanium version that were already out there from different YouTubers, and I watched one from John Shaves, and he equated this to being as efficient as the Blackbird, which is very efficient in my opinion, but with like almost no blade feel, or very minimal blade feel. That was a great pass. I'm gonna add some more water to the face. So far, I'm really liking it. I don't have any problems. I mean, I know I switched out the handle. Oh, I think I'm using a brush here. Thought I saw one. I know I switched out the handles, and I prefer that heavier weight in the hand. But I've used the standard aluminum handle as well, and there's nothing wrong with that. The knurling is great. It fits well in the hand. It's a good sized handle. It's a little bit longer than the barbershop one, but just a little. It's a good size. Like I can still like rest my pinky on the edge there. I do feel blade feel's not the right word, because I don't really feel more blade feel, but I feel like it's closer. Like I feel like the cutting, like I feel more of the cutting than I did with the Henson medium. That makes absolutely no sense. Oh, I did lose a brush here. I think that might have been the first hair I've lost off that knot. That was a tip knot from a turn and shave. Yeah, I do feel like on the face, I feel it cutting it a little bit more than I do with the medium, if that makes sense. I think there's obviously no hunting for the blade angle, right? There's only one way to really use a Henson. I don't feel like, I know they call it the aggressive. I think maybe they should call it the more efficient version. Because aggression is, I mean, people, it makes it sound like it's going to not feel good, right? Some people quote aggression with a significant amount of blade feel or a certain positive blade exposure so they can really feel that on their face. I don't think it's always the case. This is not in any way I would call blade forward. I don't know that aggressive is the right nomenclature for this razor, but it's more efficient so far than the Henson medium. I just don't want anyone, if they offer it again, if somebody tries to go out and buy it, I don't want you to think, oh, I have sensitive skin, or I like more mild razors, so I'm not going to get the one labeled aggressive. I think you'll miss out if you do that. This is not what you would typically call an aggressive razor. Like, this is, you see people call the Blackbird aggressive, or famously the Rex. Everyone, not everyone, a lot of people call the Rex aggressive, and it is very blade forward, positive blade exposure feel on the Rex, especially on the higher settings. And this doesn't feel anything at all like the Rex. Maybe on like the very low settings, because there's no, like on setting 1 on the Rex, there's no blade feel. At least in my experience. Yeah, Henson, if you happen to watch this video, my only recommendation would be to change your nomenclature on your razor naming. I think calling it the aggressive version, I think that might hurt your sales. I think some people might be turned off by that wording, thinking that they're going to get a lot of blade feel or a lot of positive exposure, and they're missing out on a razor that's really, really nice. Maybe like the level 3, the mild, the medium, and the level 3. I don't know. I don't know if that would work well either, unless you went level 1, level 2, level 3. I don't know if you'd want to change all of your naming. I do hope they continue the release for this. I hope this limited release, I hope it really did well. As far as numbers for everyone that got a chance, I hope the reviews come out in plenty. and that Henson sees that there's a valid market out there for this. Because right now they only offer a normal sale of the aggressive version in titanium, which is a little cost prohibitive. And I'm not sure why they offer razors in titanium but not in stainless steel. I imagine it has to do with manufacturing. The necessary tools for CNC machining the different metal types is different, I think. So it might be a dollars and cents thing. Not sure what that boom was. I think my son's awake. My guess is he slammed the basement door. I will say that there are a lot of razors I use that I can't do certain angles on my neck because it doesn't feel comfortable. So it makes it hard to get the wild growth under my chin and on my neck where the hair kind of grows wild. But with this, I don't have any issues with that. Well, that was a really good shave. Now, is this Rex Ambassador Smooth? No, I don't think so. But that is the epitome of a close shave of all the razors I've ever tried, and it's very aggressive. A lot of blade feel. Took me a long time to figure out how to use that razor. But this is a fantastic razor. The price, $69.99 plus shipping. I mean, it was, I think, an extra $10 for shipping from Canada to the States. This razor is fantastic to use. It's so smooth. Almost against the grain pass, it's so smooth. I think it is more, I think it's exactly what I wanted. It was just a little bit more efficient, because I like the Henson medium. But I always felt like, man, I wish it was just a little bit more efficient. Like there's just a little bit more stubble than I normally like, and it kind of grows back just a little faster than I would like. And I think this is exactly what I wanted. There's not a lot of blade feel, so it's not like aggressive, but there's just enough to give it just that added level of efficiency to make that just, yeah, man, that's like a smooth shave. It might not be Rex Ambassador Smooth, but man, it's close. It's right there, like right behind. That's a good shave. I'm gonna rinse off, cold water rinse, and then I'll be back for post shave. All right, I'm back. Thanks for sticking with me. Post shave, matching splash, the Novelist. It's such a good scent. I wish I could describe it better for you. Call it a spicy oriental / woody scent is what it says on the website. I think the older Ariana and Evans, I think this is Kaizen, or it might be pre-Kaizen. I don't know, because they didn't really label the stuff from the club, because it's not required, because they sell it as a private membership club, so the labeling requirements aren't there. But I think the alcohol is a little bit higher content than their newer stuff, which I don't dislike. just noteworthy. It's a really smooth shave. It was a really good. I have no regrets on this purchase. The Henson Aggressive on the aluminum. You know, use the original handle or do a slightly heavier handle like I do. I just like the weight in the hand a little bit more. Personal preference, no big deal. I think it's a very minor thing, and I don't even call it the weight a negative. It's just a preference thing. I can use it in the aluminum and get a great shave as well. I just prefer the slightly heavier handle, and I think that's a quick and easy fix. I mean, you can get the timeless handle for I think $35 on their scratch and dent site. When you go to Razor Rock, there's a lot of places that sell just handles. The only ding I would say with the Henson Aggressive is the naming nomenclature. I think calling it the Aggressive Razor is not accurate. I mean, I don't feel that it's an aggressive razor. It might be aggressive as you compare it to the mild, but I still think there are certain connotations that come with using the word aggressive, and I don't think this razor meets any of those. It's just not aggressive. It's not a very big positive blade exposure. It doesn't have a lot of blade feel. It's super smooth. Excuse me. So I think, you know, they should change the labeling convention, like a level 3 or something to that effect, where it implies a step up in efficiency, but I would not say that it has a step up in aggression compared to the medium. So hopefully these come out. Let Henson know that you like them, and maybe they'll keep making them. I'm glad I got in on that. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you liked the review, and I'll see you later this weekend. Have a good one. Bye.